If you're an agency owner, here are a couple things that I wish I knew before I started my marketing agency 4 to 5 years ago that would have put me way ahead of the learning curve now that I just never did or implemented or even knew. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into this. So the first thing that I wish I knew when I first started my agency, a predictable way to get clients. That was the biggest thing that I had such a problem with. I wasn't really told right off the rip that, hey, you should spend money on paid ads, or you have to invest in cold email, you have to invest in a personal brand. I waited so long to implement those things, and all I was doing was cold outreach by calling and cold calling local businesses. I didn't know those strategies off the rip. I didn't even know they even existed, so I wasn't doing research. I wasn't trying to look up like how to do cold outreach through Instagram DMs, how to shoot Loom videos, things that I talk about on my channel, how to run paid ads, how to do these things. I wasn't focused on that. I was just doing social media management at a very low cost. It was very low barrier to entry for me. And I wasn't massively scalable because of that reason. I wasn't offering a multitude of services. Number two is I was never told how annoying people can be. Getting into this kind of business, you have to deal with people from all different cultures and wavelengths. And I never really realized how annoying humans were until I started my agency. How picky they were, how needy they were, how impatient they were, and just overall how little empathy people actually have. Me being able to understand that you need to really get more customer service based was something that I never knew. You know, I always thought the good in people. I was always this nice, docile kid. That backfired. And that brings you to number three. You can't please everybody, and that's the way the world works. You cannot please or be everybody's friend or win every single customer service, battle. You're gonna lose some because people, no matter what they think is right or wrong, they're gonna do what they want until they get what they want and what they think is justifiable and right. People will never drop their ego to let somebody else win. We live in the United States of America. People's ego, they need to win or they're pissed off. So that's just the way it is. Number four is if you don't explain to people the customer journey, they just get very worried and they don't know what's going on. So then they feel uneasy and they feel like what you're doing is a scam. If you don't walk the prospect or the new client through how this process is actually gonna work and break it down, they're gonna feel like you don't know what you're doing because you haven't broken it down for them. They're gonna feel like they're being scammed. They're paying for something, they don't know what the hell's going on. So being able to set those expectations up front and not just assume that people know what social media marketing is. Sell a service and I'd be like, yeah, I'm doing this. And they're like, what is that? And I'm like, well, it's this. And they're like, well, no one told me that's what you were doing. Setting expectations, same thing as relationships, setting expectations so everybody is on the same page. Okay. And number four is understanding that most of the business owners that you work with are not actually going to get the results that you think they're going to get. Because there's limiting beliefs that business owners have when they try to make more money. Because money changes people. Business owner comes to you, they're like, I want to make more money. And then you start getting them more leads and more traffic. Some of them will actually quit because they don't actually know how to handle more money because they've been stuck at this plateau for so long. People have massive money blocks. And that kind of trickles down to number three, which was the whole you can't please everybody, because not everybody is ready to make $1 million. It's just not the case. Some people would rather just make 100 grand a year and just chill out and be happy with that, less responsibility. Number five, which is the last thing that I wish I knew, when you get to a point where your agency is scaling and scaling and scaling, you are not going to be a solopreneur anymore. You have to build a team around you. And when you build a team around you, you have to become a different person. That person has empathy, kindness, and you're now going to be a leader. You need to be a benchmark or this beacon for people underneath you because they look at you as a leader. And that was one thing that I always thought was just yeah, well, we're a team, we all work together, it's teamwork. No, people look up to you as the business owner to be a leader, to put them in the right spots and put them in the best place to succeed. That's the last piece of the puzzle, is being a leader. So if you want to be that entrepreneur that makes a ton of money, you want to grow this 8-figure business, you need to be a leader, and you can't just be a solopreneur anymore because it's not always about you now. It's not only about you. It's about 50 plus people that even we have that I got to take care of, make sure everybody's happy, make sure everybody's satisfied, make sure no one leaves, because employee retention is huge. Investing money to them, trainings and buying them shit and doing all these small things that take on responsibility. It's kind of like kids. It's kind of like I have 55 kids. But those are the 5 things that I wish I knew before starting my agency. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.